Hello, Sag. Welcome into the channel. I hope you are doing well. So this is going to be your Celtic Cross reading for October 2025. The astrology dice picked you next. It was, I only had you and Taurus left to do. So Taurus will be last. And I was actually expecting to do your reading probably sometime into this week because I was technically supposed to be still out of town. It was only a 24-hour trip for me. The nor'easter, as you may have heard, was rolling up the East Coast, so a lot of people were leaving town just to be safe. And since I have a little high-maintenance dog, we decided to just go ahead and bite the bullet and leave, and we only stayed for one night. We were supposed to be gone for a few nights. So anyway, here we are. Happy to be with you. You're the next, so maybe there is a reason we're supposed to be doing your reading tonight. I don't know. So let's roll the dice. Let's see how many shuffles we need to do for Sagittarius. For the Celtic Cross, please. How many shuffles? 11. Okay. Oh my. That's a lot. Look. I'm gonna have to entertain you while we're doing this. One, two. Three. I'll lose count though. 4. So the number 11 could mean something. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Keep in mind, energies can be reversed if another energy does happen to come out on the board. It is just energy. We all do have a Sagittarius house in our chart, even if you don't have Sagittarius in your chart. What do we got for Sagittarius, please, for the Celtic Cross? Ooh. Devil. You're currently devil energy here. Crossing is strength. Wow. Major. Wow. So okay, we got the moon coming out. Oh my. The Emperor. Oh, stop it. The Chariot. This is all majors. Like, what? Every single one of these is a major. Oh my goodness. Okay, 2 of Wands. Holy cow. Oh my goodness. Sagittarius. Let me pause you for a second. I have the window cracked for the sage, but I'm feeling a little warm right now. So I'm going to open the window just a little bit more. Sagittarius, thank you so much for that quick little pause while I dealt with the window a little bit. And it was a lot of energy too. I mean, this half of the board is all majors. So your current energy, as I told you when it first came out, is the devil, okay? So, you know, you might be, I feel maybe a little caught up in your head about a possible choice, decision that might be coming up. You could be in a energy of attracting people. So you might be very looking very sexy, feeling very good about yourself. And so it could be, you know, that you're starting to attract someone or people coming your way, because what's crossing you is the strength. So I feel like with the strength crossing you, Leo energy, so Capricorn energy, I feel that you're forcing yourself to hold back. So you're in your head, but there's also something that you're very attracted to, or somebody is very attracted to you, and maybe you're feeling that energy. And so you're really trying to restrain yourself, keep yourself pulled back. What you need to focus on is the moon. So there you've got Cancer, Pisces energy. So you need to focus on, are you giving yourself an illusion? Are you fearful? Are you afraid of a situation or somebody coming towards you, or you wanting to go towards somebody because maybe you're not feeling like it's going to work out? Is it going to be, you know, toxic? It's almost like you're creating subconsciously a toxic situation, or creating toxic energy, not really realizing you're doing it. So it's kind of like that's why you're pulling yourself back. Maybe you're afraid of being in that, you know, toxic type of energy because of something from the past, you know, that may not have worked out. So you really need to focus on, and also, which I find very interesting, you know, with the moon card. So we just came through the Aries full moon. It was a super moon. And also it's kind of funny because the fact that I had to cut my trip short, I was, you know, at the Eastern Shore, cleansing my energy, my aura, you know, through the salt water and the salt air. And a lot of people left early because of this nor'easter coming through. And what people don't realize is that the moon, when it's full, is a gravitational pull, right, for water. So water is relationships, it's feelings, it's emotions. And so the super moon is closer to the earth. So the pull is even stronger. And what people don't realize is when we have these types of eclipses and full moons, it creates Mother Nature to react. And so here comes this storm, Jerry, I think it is, coming up the East Coast, and it's causing a little havoc on the beaches and some of the, you know, areas that are surrounding. And it's going all up the East Coast. So it's kind of giving this domino effect of emotion, because, you know, the waves, you know, are getting real strong. They're getting high. You know, the beaches are getting wiped out. There's, you know, the water's coming up onto the land. So it's almost like, you know, this full moon we just came through was a big one for you, pulling on your emotions. Your past, you have the Emperor. So in your past, you always were on your game. You had everything worked out. You were solid. You're stable. You know, you made decisions. You didn't have any problems. Confident. You know, almost like you had the world in your hands. You were completely stable and fixed. Like nothing was going to rock your boat, right? Much like this nor'easter. Nothing was going to rock you. But your strength is the Chariot, Cancer energy. So your strength is you're able to pick a path and go towards it and stick towards it swiftly, right? Without being possibly caught in your head thinking, sorry, my dog, I don't know, sorry if he's starting to act a little weird. So like I was saying, the strength is you're able to get a direction, a sense of direction, feel comfortable, and move with no issues, much like the emperor in the past. The masculine energy, it's stable. I can make a decision, whether it's a tough decision or an easy decision. I can make it. I'm not going to have any regrets about it. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to move forward, and I'm going to, trust myself and move forward. So, that's great. That's your strengths. So the fact that you're using your strength to hold yourself back is interesting, because you're afraid of something, or you think maybe it'll be an illusion when it comes towards you. In the near future, you have the Two of Wands. So the Two of Wands is two paths, right? It's you can go left or you can go right. You can go up or you can go down, right? You can pick this person and live that life, or you can pick that person and live that life. So it's very much a decision. And as you can see, here he's got the world in his hand there too, and he's looking at it, and he's looking at the one wand. He's holding, he's touching both wands, right? So the hand is still on the wand sort of behind him, which is sort of like the past. And then he's got the world in front of him, just like in the past. Here, the emperor has the world as well. And so it's very much, it's like the world is your oyster. You can go towards the path going forward, right? A new direction rather than maybe a direction that was in the past. And so you have a decision that's in the near future coming up. But Spirit's like, keep in mind, the world is your oyster, and you have the strength to pick the direction that's correct for you and move forward towards it with no hesitation whatsoever. Interesting. So your suggested approach is you have the Six of Cups. So that's past energy. So I think it's okay, well, maybe you need to start thinking about the memories of possibly a person in your life. Think about how you felt in the past with this person. What memories do you have? How do you feel when you think about this person? And I'm saying person because I can see a card, the next card, which is what do you need to know? So we've got the Knight of Cups. And as you can see, the ocean is behind this guy, and the waves are white capping. So that's what's happening right now. Oops, sorry. That's what's happening right now with the oceans going up the east, okay? So you've got somebody who's going to come towards you. I think they're going to want to express some feelings towards you. They might even want to tell you that they love you, that they care about you. And they would like to start a life with you, or whatever that next step is in the journey, because it's somebody from the past. Because, you know, Spirit's like, okay, well, your suggested approach is to think about what were the memories with this person. You know, do the good memories outweigh the bad memories? How did they really make you feel? Your hopes and fears, you have the 9 of Swords. Well, that doesn't look very comfortable. I think you're afraid and you have anxiety that you might not make the right decision. I almost feel like I'm talking to somebody who would be afraid to accept this person's offer of love, commitment, marriage, whatever that next step is, right? You know, this person could be coming at you many different ways, but it is definitely to express feelings, emotions, and love and relationship. And I feel that I'm talking to somebody who's kind of like, you know, she's got her hand in her palm, like, oh my gosh, if I decide to go towards this person, I'm afraid. If I don't take this opportunity, I'm afraid. You know, you got the moon here, remember? So what do you need to focus on? Are you giving yourself illusions? Or, you know, are you afraid? Or do you think this person is coming towards you as an illusion? So this is something very important for you to focus on. We're going to need to do some clarifications for sure. But just so you know, the potential future, you've got the 8 of Pentacles. So whoever this person is that wants to come towards you, okay, they're serious about putting this work in. Okay? And it's also potential for you to put the work in. So I see 2 people that could actually potentially put the work in. So this Devil right now is, you know, I think maybe you've shut dating and people out. I can understand that. Totally understand that. You know, you may have been, you know, just thinking, I need to take a break. You know what I mean? Because you're so afraid, you know, your hopes and fears wouldn't just be with this person coming towards you, but it would be probably anybody coming towards you. You're afraid of being hurt, you know, it not being, you know, it not working out. So let's get into this. Tell me more about the Devil. Tell me more about the Devil, please. 2 of Cups in reverse. Yeah. With the 2 of Cups in reverse, you're afraid that the feelings would not be reciprocated, right? You could be in separation with this person, and now they're making a point to come back towards you, and that's why you're supposed to you know, sit there and remember, how did this person make you feel? So you may have just, it was just a troubled connection is what it was. Tell me, I'm not going to clarify strength because that's clear. You're using your strength to hold yourself back from probably most anybody right now, especially this person, because you're so afraid of trouble, okay, in the relationship again. And so, like I said, it's definitely somebody from the past. So, tell me about the moon. Queen of Cups in reverse. Yeah. Yeah, you're very much overwhelmed. And that's why the Spirit wants you to focus on, you know, your fears, and are you giving yourself illusions? You know, you're worried about not trusting your direction, even though that's your strength. You've always made good decisions. Whether you choose to be with somebody or not, you've always been able to make those decisions because you're the emperor in the past. Like I said, the emperor's solid. They know how to make a decision, and that's it. I've made my decision. I'm good. I'm moving forward. But there's something about this person coming back to you that really makes you. They know how to get to you. Let's just say that this person's really gotten to you. For sure. Yeah, the Hierophant in reverse. Taurus energy. Another major. So, yeah, you're overwhelmed thinking that this would not actually be any type of real commitment. So this person, now that I hear that car speeding out, it almost makes me feel like this person, you know, moved away from you fairly quickly. And even though you probably still have strong feelings for this person because of the nostalgia and memories and past, because you're using your strength to hold yourself back, it's almost like you feel that you already had a feeling of this person possibly wanting to come back in the future. You just feel like, I think you're overwhelmed because you think that this person's like non-committal. And that's why, you know, you really need to take a look at this and think about how they made you feel, and not so much focus on, are they commitment ready or not? Because I think that might be getting in the way of something that might be true for you. So let's get more on the Two of Wands, the decision. Tower. Yeah, this is... You're not... This decision coming up is not something you would have seen coming. This is going to be quite a shock to you. Another major. Aries, Scorpio energy. Yeah, this is going to come in as a shock to you. Death in reverse, another major. Scorpio energy. You could have strong Scorpio in your chart, or the person coming towards you could, or you both could. You're afraid of making this decision. Like, it's going to come in as a shock. It's going to come in and kind of throw you off kilter a little bit. And you, I think, are afraid that this person can't change. Even though I think you were hopeful that this person would. Because with you in this energy, you are really, I feel, using a lot of energy to hold yourself from wanting to like take a leap of faith, right? Like you're afraid of being that fool. Like I almost feel like you're afraid that you were the fool before for this person, even though the fool has not come out. I feel like you've been foolish. And you don't want to be foolish because, remember, you're the emperor in the past. This is a solid person. No ifs, ands, or buts. Like, you sit firmly, calmly, but whoever this person is, they definitely rock your boat. For sure. And this is going to really be unexpected. So you might feel the energy of it. So if you're feeling it, you might actually be subconsciously manifesting this person to come towards you. And I think that's what the shock is going to be. It's not that you're actually making connection with this person or telling them that you want them to come in or tell them how you feel. I think you're just in your mind thinking about them because you have a strong feeling towards them. But I don't think you would believe that they would actually come in and want to have a real emotional discussion and tell you how they actually feel. I don't think this person's ever told you before. And I think that's what's going to make things so I almost feel seasick right now, which is wild because, all this nor'easter, right? The moon is, the intuition and the feelings and the feminine energy, and I almost feel a little seasick for you. Like it's something you've always wanted, but I don't think you trust because the feelings were never matched. You guys were never on the same page. Oh man. So let's go to the Knight of Cups. Well, there's the Six of Cups in reverse. So this person definitely needs to come in not playing games, right? Not childish, right? Not immature. This person may have been a little emotionally immature and maybe came at you in a flirtatious way. And so this person's not supposed to do this. They need to actually get on the white horse, move towards you like a knight. Now, a knight is not a king, but it's action taking. So this person may have never actually took this action towards you. They were probably very playful and maybe a little flirtatious with you, but not serious, not seriously showing you true connection, true emotional connection. So they're not supposed to, they need to let go of how things were handled in the past, right? So in other words, you're supposed to think about the nostalgia, how you felt about this person, your feelings, how how deep down you felt when you were with them, and this person's supposed to come in not like they did in the past. So it's almost as if it's, okay, you need to focus on how you felt, not how they came in towards you, right? How do you really feel? Do you really feel connected to this person? Do you really feel like you have strong emotions for this person? And they need to not come in like they came in the past. So I feel like they came in flirtatious, having fun, and you took it more seriously. You had more invested emotionally than they did. And now it's like, okay, this full moon that we just came through is pulling this person to get more serious and come at you, but you're afraid that if you decide to take up on this, it's going to be a mistake. But you're also afraid if you don't, it's a mistake. It's stuck between a rock and a hard spot is what I feel for you. But in the future, we've got the Eight of Pentacles, so there is a possibility. So I feel like this is probably a person for you. It's just a matter of getting you both to get on the page correctly, right? I'm not saying you weren't on correctly. You obviously, I probably had the right feelings, but since they didn't show you the same feelings they did, they came in very playfulish, just wanting to come in and just hang out and play, and you're like, no, I want more than that. I don't want to just play. I don't mind playing, but I want more, right? You want play and the romance, You want to be treated like a princess. You want your prince. You want the romance, the real romantic story, not just hanging out playtime, like we're kids. So tell me about the Eight of Pentacles. Oh, we've got the Two of Pentacles in reverse. The Five of Cups. This person in the near potential future, okay, is regretful, very regretful at the fact that they never really came at you in a solid way, right? They may have always been kind of busy. They may have kind of just, wiffle waffled back and forth, and they're very regretful and saddened during this time, which is why you don't know this yet, but they want to come towards you and they want to tell you that the fact that they've lost you, and the fact that they haven't been around you, and the fact that they didn't put the work in correctly. Now they want to. So it's there for you if this person comes in. That's for you to decide. Let's get some tea leaf on this. nest. An emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. Yeah, you want the emotions. You want to nest with this person. You want to create a home. You want to get serious. You want to live together. You know, you want to be real. You know? And that's what you need to think about here. That's what your suggested approach is, to remember, you know, how does this person make you feel because of what it is you really want. Dog barking, advice from a friend. Be mindful of so if you've talked to anybody about this person, be mindful, because it almost, friends care about you, so if you're hurt, they're not going to want anybody or the person that hurt you to come towards you again. And I get that, but they also have to be mindful that relationships do go through tough times, and they go through tough times sometimes for a reason, and that's because two people are, they need to work on something. And so be mindful of taking advice from friends. The approach is to really sit with yourself and think about how they made you feel. Think about the memories you had to be able to make this decision on your own, and to not let friends make the decision for you. Coins. Money will be coming to you. Okay. So some of you I'm not seeing it as has anything to do with this person coming towards you. I just think some of you just have, if you were the emperor in the past, like I said, you were solid. So you random message for somebody, you've got some sort of financials coming your way. As a side note, flowers, happiness, lobster, financial pinch. Okay, so that makes sense. Side note, thank you, Spirit, because I was like, I don't know where these coins is coming from other than, okay, a random, you've got something coming your way. So if you were in a financial pinch with the lobster, some of you may have just, side note, been dealing with financials lately, and in a pinch, you're coming out of that. Side note. Flowers, happiness. Yeah. It's, focus on your happiness, right? Because you want to feel emotionally secure. And so it's, okay, does this person make me happy? Tower. Solid foundation, success with effort. So in the tea leaf, the tower is not this like, oh, this sudden, oh my God, this person's coming in, I'm thrown off kilter. No, this tower means, this is, you can build a solid foundation, right? Because you got the Eight of Pentacles. they're regretful of the loss of wiffle waffling and not really coming in and giving you the time and effort that you deserved. And there's the solid tower of success. Okay? So it's just something for you to think about. No one can make the decision but you. All right, let's get you an angel number. I don't know why it really got dark. Isn't that weird? Angel number, please, for Sagittarius. 1515, the big break. Focus, creation, progress, mastery, achievement, passion, an exciting opportunity. Support or extra resources are headed your way. Keep moving forward with enthusiasm and enjoy the process. True success comes from passion, and your dedication will be handsomely rewarded. Yeah, your big break is coming. I think some of you, this is telling you financially, because if you were in a pinch, you're coming out of that, but also, keep moving forward with your enthusiasm, right? Your direction, knowing you can make, your strength is you can pick that direction and move, okay, solidly. Like this is, are the eyes glowing now? This is really weird. I don't know if this is going to show up in your reading like this. The screen got really dark, so I don't know. This is a really weird, spooky time. Anyway, so Sagittarius, this is what I have for you. This full moon's been very strong, not only for you, but for the person that's coming towards you. So take your time. Only you can make this decision. Do not let your friends get in the way. This is something only you can do for yourself. You got this. All right? Much love and light. If it resonated, drop a comment, share, like, subscribe if you have not subscribed, and I will talk to you soon.